so tight formation. That means as tight as lovers. That means touching body to body. There's gaps there, tighter.
Oh, ow! That's not going to work.
Now then, can you strike from that position?
No, not really.
Not really, no. And that's a problem. You don't really want to engage.
Swing from this position, you can only go up and down.
Yeah. And you can't go back.
Quite effective.
I mean, I don't want to go in.
But we can't do anything.
Why have not?
Well, I'll just
go for it.
I'll just do this thing, won't I?
Turn. It's just a krypton fact. Turn.
Other way.
That broke.
So it feels safe.
Right,
but it's actually now.
Right,
Well, that doesn't really.
Right. Well, for a start, we're all going this way. They're all going this way. So we're going to have real troubles.
So everyone would have to hold their weapons the same way. So everyone has to stand the same way. Face
right.
the
Which way are we standing?
Whichever way. There's three of you. You're the right one out now. Change that. That way. So everyone has to go the same way, and then you've got some movement, but not much. I feel quite safe here because you haven't got much range, and I'm certainly not going to go in. So it does.
Well, I feel safe. But,
yeah.
But well, I don't feel very able to do much.
But that's the problem. It feels safe, so it will stop people running away. Yeah. But it's actually a very passive formation because you can't.
Defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good for blocking a gateway.
Yeah, if you want to block a gateway, that's fine. But you know, you get.
If you want to block a gateway, fine. If they've got a couple of archers,
then you're in trouble because you can't move out of that formation or move it very easily.
No.
So if you go to close, which gives you 3 feet between people, just in a line, then yeah, just so an arm's length either side. So a little bit closer. So what it means is you've actually got free play. Suddenly you've got a lot of movement, and you sure they wanted that amount of space to play with.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I can't get in there. Just no one step in. And yeah, there's no way. That is as good defensively as the tight formation.
Yeah.
It really,
and far more dangerous to anything attacking.
Because you can make these great big sweeping
ball gaps for the arrows to pass through.
And
if you're attacking over there, shows.
Yeah, and the same as through over here.
Yeah, I can be reached.
And also, if I do go round, then I'm not destroying your formation. You've got that movement. So then do the double rank system. You drop back.
Right, because what's vulnerable are the corners, is what we're saying, isn't it? If you ran round then and attacked one of those corners, that person on the corner would be on their own.
That person is isolated.
Yeah.
So that's the weakest point there, because I only have to engage one person. But that's the medieval technique, is show a weakness, know that it's there, and then take advantage of it. So what you do, you don't try and hold the corner.
Yeah,
you just fall back. And then suddenly,
three of us, we're aligned again.
But that's why you can't be too close.
Because otherwise,
because then you need to be able to move back, and you need to know where your spaces are. So if everyone has the same formation, you know where you can move to, where you can step to. So if I press in on this corner, suddenly it. But as we said, if you're fast enough and you're aggressive enough, I can break this formation. Sword and buckler. Oh, where's that? Sword and buckler, because there's a big gap.
You're not aggressive enough and ignore enough physics.
No, there's not really a big gap, but I'll try it anyway. See, if I was fast enough...
You need more aggression.
And more aggression.
And a buckler.
Cut his arm off.
And a smaller shield.
Smaller shield, and faster sword.
A smaller shield will work.
Yeah.
Well, let's walk it through. What happens there? Because I can bend here, bend here. And then no! No!
Oh dear. Oh,
But
where?
I suppose what we were saying
Like-
is if you can get a whole row of people to come in all at the same time,
then the front rank is always doing that. If I press in,
Yeah.
what you're always doing, because someone's rushing at you to try and close you down, you fall back. And then if everyone's falling back,
Yeah.
you just go back down to a
single
much
room.
closer
Yeah.
formation.
Yeah.
You've got close formation.
And it's still got plenty of flexibility to just keep moving back. as well,
You
isn't
just
it?
keep moving back as long as you've got the
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
The problem happens when if you form a tight front rank, form it tight, so tight, and then the second rank drop back and stand behind them, so on their
So it's
heels.
still
So tighter, still tight, right
Yeah.
in tight,
Yeah.
and the second rank in tight, and that's what people want to do.
Yeah.
So if I press in somehow,
So we get
where
we
do you
get
go?
pushing back.
You
I can't get past him.
You can't fight because you're bound up behind him. So actually, that's the most dreadful formation to have because you lose all ability to move back. So you want the space.
Yeah, because if you had like just a little knife, in fact, if you had a small shield and a knife, and we were in that formation, and you were aggressive and fast enough, that's how you'd break them.
I could do it.
If only we stood close together all the time.
Yeah. But then, well, you're starting to fall into normal order, which is 6 feet. So get 6 feet, which is pretty much a bill length between you.
That's more like 7, but more like 9.
Yeah. Because doing that, you've got lots of space for that flexibility, that flexing. So if I attack the corner, you don't hold the corner. You just fall back and then you kill people. And that's what you're trying to do. You're not trying to put up a barrier to stop people coming in. You're saying come in. Look, if I come in here, but as long as you flex back, so you've got to flex and then flex back out. So that's normal. I think that should be the normal
You can
formation.
occupy more space side to side that way as well. So it gives you a greater opportunity to overlap.
So at DC, this would be Dane axes and spears? Or?
Yeah. You have Dane axes probably in the second rank,
Spears.
and spears in the front, but that could be spear and shield in the front, with the Dane axes behind. And what you're trying to do is not hold. If someone presses in, you're trying to make this weak.
So the big Dane axe goes
And with the Dane axes in the second rank, you're not so open to archery.
No.
Not so much, as long as everyone keeps moving. But in DC, you've got to keep that constant movement as long as you're circulating in those areas. So it doesn't look like a formation, but it is.